Sound waves are picked up by this wonderful mechanical ear, the microphone, which is really a glorified telephone transmitter.
I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about.
Thank you for the roses. So sweet.
We at the hotel, motel. We at the hotel.
Sorry.
Oh, shorty, a little baddie.
Oh, now that's scary.
Cause like,
Let's go. Here we are.
Do any of you guys know where clowns go to get married?
Good whatever to you, whenever you're watching this episode of TikTok Around the Clock, the show where we see the madness of what is happening on TikTok Live at 2 different times around the clock. I am joining you publicly live on tape. Members only got this ahead of time because I couldn't be here on my regular time. So here we are. And those who aren't watching it when it usually airs, you're watching it whenever anyways. On-demand content, as Darkside Phil would call it. Well, we'll see how this one goes. I don't know if we'll have many chatters to communicate with, but we do have Annie and Mark Bass stopping by to say hello, because if I don't have chatters in here, this will be an extra schizophrenic episode, because it's a chat-heavy episode. I should really have a co-host on these episodes that might be low chatters. Luigi Greenberg, you indeed are catching this live, but coming out to the general public, it's on tape. Thank you for joining in live as we check out some dancing girls. They don't have any numbers on them. I think they're just rotating who's in the lead. Yeah, it doesn't give any... Oh, yes, it does. Down in the lower right-hand corner, you give this gift to have this lady lead the dance pack. And I was really just vamping to pull up the overlay, and then I just didn't do it. I was focusing there on the screen of what's happening over there, or what's happening now with Rerun. Become somewhat regular of having these thirst traps, either either at the beginning, the end, or both. Did I introduce myself? Did I say I'm Dylan, your host? Or am I just getting to that 3 minutes in rather than up front when I did that confusing introduction that even people watching live are like, wait, you're not live? Yes, we're live, pal. To the members, to all you rope shooters, we are live. Big fan of two-tone hair, and this lady is quite fit, as you would expect from a dancer. Well, she's showing off more skin than the other one, a little bit baggy in the shirt, so I can't see the upper body. This one may do some headstands on the regular. Not a full-on yoga body, but some of those yoga muscles there. And she has a Stone Cold Steve Austin type of knee brace on the back there. Looks like it's been updated. Well, she might not need the one as intense as Stone Cold had on his knee in 1998. I just noticed one of my verbal crutches leading a sentence off with, and I've got to knock that off. People doing a drink for every sentence let off with, and don't do it. You'll be too drunk. Luigi Greenberg, you are at the proper channel to shoot ropes and chew bubble gum. especially when you're all out of bubble gum. That is a joke that I would call back to. I mentioned earlier today on the first episode of TikTok that we filmed live that I used to have a Johnny Dangerously reference in my stand-up comedy act. Once. And if you got it, little extra laugh. If you didn't, you missed that little extra laugh that the cool kids knew about. Same thing with the They Live quote. That one is so popular, though. Well, even if you don't know what I'm talking about, that makes me look more like a psycho, which kind of is the point of the bit that I'm alluding around.
Boy, because I know that
Don't want to ruin my stand-up here. Then I'd have to stop doing it.
he found it.
I stopped doing it quite a while ago. Damn near a year since I've done my tight 1 minute set that is more performance art than it is stand-up, really.
Look around.
Definitely.
Damn, her ass, it was bony. Damn, I tried to hit from the back, but it points.
I might have had that turned down a little too low for him to laugh at himself for calling a lady bony. So he might be talking to that dancer up front. So if we're voting, so I guess I'm sending roses there to get R&B lady up front. I didn't have much to say about the other two. Maybe it's because they have the baggy shirts, and the other one can definitely give a hell of a hand job. Look at those arms and that chest. Really putting the arms and the full-on chest into it, not just a half-assed little in the wrist. She's getting those jerk-off arms in and those jerk-off chests. I like your exercise.
Ain't fuck with that boy, because I know that he found it. Look around. Damn, her ass, it was bony. Damn, I tried to hit from the back, but it points. Baby, I think that is bony. It's all right. Yeah, we serving beef in the slide.
Okay, I see why that's funny now. He's hitting it from the back, but her ass is so bony that it actually hurt him to hit it doggy style. That is a fun little joke he made there.
Ice pepperoni. You ain't real, then I ain't in condoning. Having out with my opponent. I keep a K Tony Starkin. Bow, we about to blow it. Having me out the garden. Bowing, I feel like a Spartan. Kick it back, yes, regardless. Gas pack that I smoke sound like I farted. Got green in the blunt, garden. Green in the blunt, CeeLo. How about, baby, you need those? We went.
They sound to be still learning a bit. They're definitely better rappers than I am, because I've never attempted to be a rapper. But actually, a step below are naughty by nature sounding white folk who have a great, what's the word I'm looking for? Flow, who have a great flow, but their actual words, nothing to...
Fishing, I caught Nemo.
Nothing to even comment on. I moved on before I fully commented on it.
Oh no, that's a Chico. Damn, orange diamonds Cheetos. I don't know, maybe Brody, I'm up with my bed like Doritos. Damn, Brody, a corn like a Frito. Bought for my bitch, hit a free throw. Skirt. Shooting shots. Hold on, y'all notice you need it. Hold on, punch flows, they cold as a bitch and they short like conceited. I gotta post this video to my live event so everybody can see it. Damn, hey, it's time to battle. Damn, hey, made that.
He made him giggle. It made himself giggle again because he threw in what he was actually doing in his rap. One of those things that looks like everyone can do it. That's what people say about the Olympics. And Raygun proved this year that not only does it look like you can do it, you can do it.
That boy's.
I don't know if anyone saw a side-by-side of just a lot of moms having fun doing the Raygun dance, saying, hey, I can do that. There's the dives. I've said the dives are so simple, and I could do that. Then I went to the Y, and I hit my head and got a concussion. They had to rescue me out of there. If I would have been underwater any much longer, I would have gotten brain damage. That's usually what happens when you actually try to do those Olympic moves that you're like, I could do that. But Raygun, you can do that shit.
Daddle, damn, heard him with text like a cattle. My little bitch say that she matters. I told her I'm too high, can't think. Baby, I'm smoking on shatter. I caught the BBF for my little bitch. Little booties, baby, don't matter.
Okay, good. Our editor already took the volume down by a good bit for this anti-ASMR, and I hope it doesn't overstay its welcome. I think this clocks in at exactly 1 minute, which is, in general, the minimum I'd like to get with these videos. But we may jump ahead. because sometimes when I'm all alone, I will watch this for 5 straight minutes because about 3 of them, the phone is out of my hand and I'm just cackling to myself. But here, presenting it to a group, it's a different thing. Keeping it here for a singular whole minute. Yeah, I was correct in that summation. You guys get the gag there. So we'll go ahead and jump on. As much as I do love this all by myself, some things you don't do with people. That it's just, no. The laws and the rules of nature say you shouldn't do such. And on to his next instrument, a tin can. Okay, we've got a couple seconds of the tin can, and then I swear her voice is better than a tin can. I swear it is.
It's twilight fire, dance floor desire. You gotta move, you gotta shake.
And look at them in that lower corner trying to lull me into getting this badge, which I did notice. DJ Electra showed me her founding member badge. I believe she was the first to be a rope shooter over here. As we do know, ropes are both P and not P at the same time. But there in the lower corner, send a rose to become a top gifter, to get a top gifter badge. Come on, buddy. You give us money, and then you send some of it to them, and we just take a little cut, being their intermediary. You wouldn't know this angelic voice existed without us over here at TikTok. Give us our 30%.
Oh, baby, you look so beautiful, dancing in those shoes. I feel so magical when you get into your groove. We're gonna live it up tonight with you here by my side. We're gonna dance to celebrate.
Ooh, if I had the old dog in here with me today, he would be howling at this. Well, he wouldn't be able to hear it, so he wouldn't howl along. He howls along to ambulance sirens. So I think that you could get him to do a sing-along and
Dance floor desire. Come smile and feel so right with me tonight in the lights.
Don't hold her so tight.
And I do give Anna Aw credit for her songwriting skills because she's a singer-songwriter. And if I were her, I would take one of those titles out of what I'm trying to be.
You best heed my warning. It's the last one tonight. She's cute and she's
Grampy's on TikTok.
gentle.
Is he in his home or is he in a rest community where you have put him because, come on, Gramps, we can't have the TikTok on you all the time. We'll just come over and visit you at the community and show you to the entire world to prove that we saw you.
And sweet as can be. If Charmin needs squeezing, they leave that to me.
All right, that was great, Grandpa. Now let's go down and get you some of that country kitchen buffet food that you love so much. And we'll be out of here when you go to bed at 6:30 p.m.
I've had to burn.
Late night for Grandpa, staying up till 6:30 p.m. He's not going to get up until 4:45 a.m. Going to sleep that late.
Every bridge you cross, it seems everything I've loved, I've lost.
All right, Gramps, it was nice visiting you, but we like to watch WWE SmackDown live when it happens. We can't stick around for much longer. We got to go on and get the heck out of here and see what Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes are doing, because if we don't see it live, it just won't be the same.
Just another bridge to burn.
I'm literally about to eat pizza. What's the point in washing my hands?
What was that again? Pizza is going inside. What did you do with your hands before is the big question. Maybe you don't need to wash your hands, but we're getting in here late, human scab. What did you just do with those hands? It might be acceptable to not wash them before you eat the pizza.
Bridge to burn.
Oh, geez, I left my keys here, Grandpa. I'm sorry I can't talk. I just couldn't get into my car. Did I see you again? Bye, Grandpa.
I'm literally about to eat pizza. What's the point in washing my hands?
Yep, no use in washing them now, because the worst you could have done was put them directly in your mouth, whatever you just did with your hands. So, been in your mouth, and apparently you do trust your skirt there to be a nice napkin for you.
Why do you hate the Grinch? I hate the story of the Grinch. Basically, it's like, hey, kids, see this dangerous man all these adults are afraid of, that, like, you try to help him. Even if he ties you up and leaves you in a broom closet.
Did that happen to one of the Who's? Is she reading the same edition of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas that I did? Is she getting it mixed up with Joanna Angel's version? I don't recall any bondage in Joanna Angel's The Grinch Who Gaped Christmas, but not sure that we saw the same one. Maybe there's a different porno Grinch that you're talking about, because Joanna Angel's, I do not recall having any bondage in it, which you would expect out of Joanna Angel.
Try to help this dangerous man. Everybody tells you to avoid. Everybody says don't go near him, and go near him and help him. Help him become a nice man, because you're a kid and it's your job to run up to strange men adults are afraid of.
That wasn't on my end. That was on her end. That is a wise observation from Bizarro Courtney Love. Luigi Greenberg, noticing that the stranger danger doesn't apply to this man. That was definitely part of growing up for me, was stranger danger. But this stranger who we told you was danger, if you could get him to come around to the light side of the force, that'd be great.
And help them see that there's joy in life. That's why I don't like the fucking Grinch.
Hey, I didn't announce the time. Looks like we are around 6 p.m. These doggos are house doggos. They need a treadmill. The one on the right, much more into it than the one on the left. The one on the left, no, man, what do you want me to do? You got me standing here? I'm going to stand. Coaxing him into walking away. All right, man, you're annoying the shit out of me. Damn it, you're still annoying the shit out of me. I can't get away from you annoying the shit out of me. Well, the one on the right there, he is now showing, oh, you're actually going to do something? Watch this shit. I'm fast as fuck, boy. What the one on the right is saying. One on the left still half-assedly giving a fuck. And it looked like he just found his breaking point after walking for a couple of minutes. That might be my spirit animal as of late. I need to be more like the one on the right. I need to get my steps in and not have Dr. Pepper more readily available than water right before I go live. What am I gonna drink out of the tap? Yeah, sure. Drinking right out of the tap. Actually, we did have that debate recently because I do put it through the filtration pitcher, but that doesn't weed out all of the fluoride that's turning us all into imbeciles, does it? Small price to pay to have your children as idiots as well under the fluoride poisoning if it makes a nation of unthinking worker bees. I think this is the first time I got that deep of conspiracy talk while the hamsters were around. Hamsters making a whole $25. They are going to eat good tonight. Welcome, Delta Zero. You're either just in time or just missed some of my conspiracy theory talk. And looks like this battle is over. I did it again. I'm noticing that crutch of and I can't get rid of it. There it was again. Son of a bitch. Everywhere I turn. And no sniping for the lady. A lot of these ladies do have people who at the last minute, I want to make sure she wins. And I don't know, if you get anything for winning, you get that amount of money. I've, deciphered what it is. Well, actually, I guess take a third of that $26 out for TikTok. So not going to get all of that $4 over there on the right.
Not costly black and I did it for you're too
Puppet karaoke is spreading. We now have our second puppet karaoke.
sweet for me. You're too sweet for me. You're big, nice whiskey neat. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I think I did
Not as poppy as our buddy Captain Gen E.
pretty well. I think you fucking suck. Excuse me, I worked so hard to get into this show, this shit. Okay, well, I think you need to practice. I think you need to practice. You're the one doing this. Do you fucking understand that? Right.
Been doing this for a little bit, haven't you, femboy? You've got that really not moving your lips down pretty well. Much better than Phil's fun TikTok.
Anyways, let's do a different song. Oh, I sure hope so. Not the same song again. Right. Bro, stop talking, please. Excuse me? That's the point of this. Right. I'm streaming this. I guess you can talk as much as you want.
That's some solid banter. Better banter than I've seen from some podcast teams.
Yippity. What's bloody yapping about? Yippity. Okay. I have a good song for you. Oh, hell yeah, depressing music. Right.
Hooray, depressing puppet songs. Come to the femboy for the depressing puppet songs, Little Sleepy Demons, and for the poppy songs, the last one that Captain Gen E sang about. I never heard that stalkery love song to celebrities before.
Be your real selves.
I love to sing depressing shit. Okay. There's like my state. Okay. Well, lucky for you, that's what.
Come on, do a commercial read. That's what came up. It wasn't a song that came up next. It was a commercial. So do the commercial, puppet.
You're gonna get. Okay. The song is Hurt, Johnny Cash. You hurt him? No, the song is Hurt. Johnny Cash singing the song Hurt. Oh.
Oh no, he's a corpse now. What I did to that body, it did not hurt anyone. That soul has long left the building. So what you saw me do to that rotting corpse, no, did not hurt him, puppet. Do not worry. No pain at all for him.
Okay.
The revelation of...
getting the hell out of here before the DMCA shows up to say knock it off. But I would have liked to have heard what was going on. I was just happy I got away with the ending of that first song without the DMCA saying, hey, we recognize that shit. And as we run away from that, onto the waiting arms of Christ.
Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him. Who? God gave Jesus Christ a revelation. It do not say the revelation of Jesus Christ was Jesus Christ gave to Jesus Christ. It don't say that.
Oh, one of those Father, Son, Holy Spirit type things. That's what we're debating here.
Now, I need you to show me.
Well, if Jesus had the skills of Philip J. Fry, he could be both the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, but he doesn't have the ambition that Philip J. Fry does. That Jesus fellow.
Or Jesus Christ is God.
Oh, and there's the exact person who is debating here. Father, Son, Holy Spirit are one. So he had to consult the Bible. Nope, it doesn't say Jesus and Jesus and Jesus. It says three different people. I guess none of them are people. Well, one of them is a people.
Pastor Knight, I'm talking to you. What verse do I need
He was waiting for a response that just never came.
to read that shows me where Jesus Christ is God?
Okay, so Jonathan Madness is giving you some passages to go and see. Bible fight. And this is spreading now, too. Another drink for those counting the ants. I'm going to have to stop pointing that out as much as I use that crutch. I'm just going to have to be aware of it. I'm pointing it out all the time. Such a crutch. Such a limp I have here in the vocal cords with some of the things that come out of this mouth. But screams are coming out of the mouth of the ASMR fairy, obviously inspired by our buddy Spider-Man, who we didn't see him with the hammer today, but he had some chains. I forgot to look that up since I was questioning it last episode. $20, I think she's talking about. Someone gave her a galaxy, and that was their reward, was to be screamed in their ear.
Thank you so much. Guys, help me, Sunshine.
Well, some people like being screamed into their ear. Some people like their balls stepped on. To each their own.
Too much effort, nobody. Oh my gosh, nobody just said a galaxy. Bestie, I love you too. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to send me to space? Bestie, we're gonna do jumps for you guys. Every galaxy would do.
Oh, and it's the mini gong show. The mini gong show is going to happen. You should bring up a little Barbie doll and a little Ken doll and do your little gong show there since we've got this prop. I think I may have come up with a new series idea of crudely animating the gong show. I don't have the action figures that I used to have. So the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles can't make an appearance as easily as they could have in 1993.
Drums. Darian, Jazz, thank you so much.
Yeah, we're going to jump ahead. So here's some more instruments that she's using. How long did you stay with this one, editor? I think it was longer than the minute stated that we should have on these anti-ASM artists.
Oh my gosh, nobody. Are you trying to be the queen of galaxies?
E aí, Paulo? Olha uma rosa. Obrigado pela rosa. Da hora. Mó brisa. Silêncio, cachorro mofado. Coelho.
I do love me some big hair. Those are some tighter curls than I have. And a Latina lady, you got that going for you, doing something weird on the internet. But how do you eat the corn? I don't think she's eaten the corn yet, has she?
Não come milho. Tá de sacanagem, pô.
Did she say don't come in me?
Paulo, olha uma rosa. Obrigado pela rosa. Da hora. Mó brisa. Silêncio, cachorro mofado. Milho. Coelho não come milho. Tá de sacanagem.
See? She did somehow I missed that eating of the corn, and she just said it again. Don't come in me. Plain as day. Definitely not a misunderstanding on my part, because she's clearly speaking another language other than English. It is her communicating to me.
E aí, Paulo? Olha uma rosa. Obrigado pela rosa. Da hora. Mó brisa. Silêncio, cachorro mofado. Milho. Coelho não come milho. Tá de sacanagem,
Well,
pô.
no
Olha uma
come
rosa.
in me. So she was with Dan Quayle Jr., or this might be Dan Quayle III. I'm not sure the ages of the Quayle kids, and she does not want any Quayle. Don't come in me.
Obrigado pela rosa. Johnny é o brabo. Johnny é o brabo. Johnny é o brabo. Johnny é o brabão. Johnny é o brabo. Johnny é o brabo. Johnny é o brabo. Johnny é o brabão. Johnny é o brabudo. Johnny é o brabo. Johnny tá brabinho. Johnny é o brabo. Johnny. Eu sou Optimus Prime.
I'm guessing it's a members only thing, Mark Bass. The difficulty you're having not being able to play this in the background. That's the only thing different from regular episodes. So if anything is different, some technicality over there at YouTube headquarters with the members only type of thing. I wasn't able to bring it up. So far, 1 out of the 3 streams, I like, seeing it off to the side in case I get ripped down, like happened with the used cars. And only 1 out of the 3 times I was able to bring it up and have that second screen.
Paulo, tu vai tacar o celular na parede. Não faça isso, tá muito caro. Anjo é o brabo. Anjo é o brabo. Anjo é o brabo. Oh, anjo é o brabo. Anjo é o brabo. Oh, anjo é o brabo. Anjo é o brabão. Anjo é o brabão. Oh, anjo é o brabo. Opa!
She's just doing a drive-by here with all those Anja Albrapos. So many Anja Albrapos. I think that the neighborhood is dead, Sylvia. Pepe Sylvia.
Boa. Anjo é o brabo. Anjo é o brabo. Opa, anjo é o brabo. Bom dia, princesa. Abraço.
Now we're getting to that joke of stop it, he's already dead. They might have done that before The Simpsons did it to the Hamburglar, but that's the reference that I am quoting right there of Homer making an appearance as Krusty the Clown. And instead of realizing it was part of the show that the Hamburglar came and took some of the burger, Homer just bashed his fucking brains in until the kids, he's already dead.
And I was like, I have to go in there because I have to take care of my cat. Like, I can't stay away forever.
We have a battle between a cat lady in her bathrobe and a lady with her boobies out.
You just needed a little moment, hey?
Yeah, it was like, I'm just not ready.
Luigi Greenberg asking the Ancha El Brapo. I would use a J rather than a CH. That's what I would pitch for. Otherwise, it looks all right. Oncha. If that becomes an in-joke, we will finalize it.
To go in the door and not be greeted by him because he greeted me at the
Because after all, this is Spanish. So if it is ONJA, by the Spanish pronunciation, they don't say ja, they say huh in that case. I'm trying to remember back to my 2 years of Spanish 1.
door every day for 12 plus years, you know?
Oh, yeah. That would be tough for sure.
Yeah.
Portuguese. Thank you. I was my ear was like, you heard me being ambiguous about this non-English language because something in my brain was saying, don't call it Spanish, until I just jumped in and started calling it Spanish.
Oh, thank you, Shayna.
I'm trying to get some more lights.
So I'm stressing the whole thing, with my dogs my 2 dogs that I have now, I'm stressing them getting older.
Is that a bear tattoo on your thigh? Your thigh and April's Imholt's arm, it could have a fight. That is a match. Tattoo bears versus tattoo coyotes.
You know, I'm like I know it's coming with Jack because he's already surpassed what they gave me. His prognosis was when they diagnosed him with the mast cell tumors. I don't know why the sound effects aren't working.
I don't know. Mr. Nobody, what's your...
With tits like that, you don't need sound effects. I believe it's the members only thing that's causing that. Everything else is exactly the same as the regular stream, Mark Bass. So we'll keep an eye on that. And if it happens to the non-members only streams, then we will have some further investigating to do. April's t-shirt from the 90s, wolves howling at the moon tattoo. It's very much a t-shirt.
Well, I can't remember your name. Damn it. That wasn't BJ. JB. Wasn't it, right?
It's saying connection failed for some reason on the sound effects.
Are you William?
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes there's technical issues.
The very last second, someone was making sure Boobies got the win. You saw that. The timer went down to 0, and our friend in her bathrobe here was up. And then once we got to the announcing of the winner, her 6 cents became $2.58.
It'll start working randomly, and then all of a sudden the sound effects will start going one by one.
Yeah, I probably did.
Can't quite tell if those are fake boobs or if she has just got them compacted so tight into that top.
Because I'm tired.
Oh, they're sniping.
Jamie! Hi, Jamie! Thank you so much for that, Jamie.
Thanks.
Yeah, 10K likes and I'll do a 360. Sound good?
10,000 likes, as we see. Our editor already got rid of the comments, so we can't see how many likes or current viewers this has, but certainly there is someone just tapping to get a 360. And our editor did mention that this might have gone on a bit too long, so at the end of it, we will decide if there were too much boobies or not. The blonde lady, I questioned, are they real? No question there. Those are some real boobies. Not just real to me. Real.
Thank you for the follows. A lot of people that I can't, their name I can't, like, say.
Do you have people with fuck shit ass damn shibbity doo to Christopher Reeve as their screen name? Usually just watched Tales from the Crypt with Christopher Reeve. Everyone was in an episode of Tales from the Crypt. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger, to get him on the show, he wanted to direct. So Arnold Schwarzenegger directed an episode. It was one of the sillier ones, not scary at all. But for the wraparound segments with the Crypt Keeper saying, here's the story, and that was the story, they had Arnold Schwarzenegger there.
What are you?
Because that was the whole point of getting him to direct, to make a cameo. Same thing with Tom Hanks and Michael J. Fox. They had cameos in the episodes they directed. I'm sure it was a must by the network.
Creating. I'm doing a diamond art of a cherry blossom tree. Yesterday we were doing Lego, which was fun.
That's becoming more of a thing. Watch out for the next trend of bikini girls doing Legos. That hasn't hit yet, but we have come across a few good-looking ladies doing some Legos. Now, some of you may debate with me that Jennifer Tilly is not attractive, but I am not going to be swayed. She is, it's artificial, crazy-looking eyes on Jennifer Tilly voice. She has those one red one and one zombie one in, so she's artificially inflating how crazy her eyes actually are, which makes me believe she might actually be normal.
Diamond art today. You know, if we reach some goals, I might be able to do Lego like tomorrow. Lego's expensive.
Aaron Emholt, are you taking notes? This is exactly where the goal money is going. I don't own this current Lego set. You can watch me with my titties out playing with some Legos, but that's exactly where the goal money will be going, directly towards Legos for you to watch as the boobies bounce. I really
You
couldn't do
guys,
that. It reveals my secret that when I say I have titties, it's not a bit, it's for real.
Crafters much or anything?
And Jennifer Tilly herself, not just Jennifer Tilly voice, who I forget what her screen name was. Jennifer Tilly, was she in Moving Violations? I think she was the hot lady in Moving Violations, a little known Police Academy producers. I thought they did it after, but once they started with Police Academy, Don Cheadle's very first movie, Moving Violations, and many more useless fucking facts about the movie Moving Violations rattling around up here in my head. One of Bill Murray's 5 brothers, that isn't Brian Doyle, Stacy Keach's brother, several brothers appeared in that movie.
What kind of hobbies and crafting stuff do you guys do? Bobby Brown, thank you.
Do you count live streaming as crafting?
You craft a
I'm crafting jokes, and when I fail, I've got to drop especially for that.
Minecraft? Okay, valid. I craft in Stardew Valley.
Doing a joke. You guys are silly. I was talking about real life, like crafting cards for the holidays and birthdays, but you're talking about a mechanic in a video game, you crafters, you. Happy to see that someone else has seen Moving Violations. Fred Willard was there. The Where's the Beef lady? Oh, Mary Jo Sperber. A few of our friends that we saw in, we could see before it got taken down from the Used Cars episode of Successful Failures.
I'm begging TikTok to give me access to Studio.
She wants to play them video games, as we talked of earlier, with the lady having her little shitty vanity mirror to play her video games in, and didn't have this YouTube Studio. So I think that might be what will get her the second screen, which actually I would not advise, because that might take away from the attention the boobies are getting. You might be cut off. We want to have. You've got a pretty face, so I'm just afraid that one of them are going to get cut off if you have that second camera and really give a close-up of yourself doing this crafting.
I want to play games on TikTok. How long are you live? I'm trying to be on live like as much as I can tonight. Yeah, I'm trying to be live as much as I can tonight, but yeah, it will just have to do with my stamina, basically.
And that comment is covering up her boobies. We're going to have to get to that comment after this segment is over.
How much
in 30
energy
seconds.
we keep in the chat.
How much energy we keep in the chat. Nice way to talk about the goal without talking about the goal. We need this energy with likes and comments and shares. All these gifts and things of that nature. That is energy coming from you guys, and that will motivate me to stay on longer. Well, if they're throwing dollar bills at you, you stay for the whole shift. If there's no one throwing dollar bills at you and only playing the pinball machine at the corner, I did play the pinball machine at the porno bar. It was a newer one too. Oh, which fucking one was it?
I might restart the live.
She was not hitting those goals. Like a turn it off and turn it back on again. That's a strategy I've seen for some of these people when their live is just not kicking. It's just something about the algorithms like, no, we're not going to pick up on this one, where we do sometimes. So she is going to try to pick up on that algorithm by turning the live off and on again. I do recall you talking about that, Luigi Greenberg, the embarrassing moment of Corndiff showing the hot chick playing with Legos. And this is AI. This is ridiculous. Well, we've come across several now. One of them actually, I think, was a rebroadcast. We're coming across more and more rebroadcasts of hot women. Oh, she was around noon. Even if it is a rebroadcast, I've got to do some screen recordings around noon of the very fit lady sitting very similar to Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct doing Legos. So I do believe that's an upcoming trend. Keep on the lookout for that, of hot ladies doing Legos. Gonna have to drop that to Dirty Dalish. I think that you could be on the forefront of this XXX putting Legos together before Legos comes and tells you to knock it off, like Nintendo does with people doing stuff that isn't family friendly with them. So let's enjoy this video from Narbros. Let's double check that is their name. Yes, Narbros. They might be getting Nintendo a little disappointed with this type of content.
When Mario jumps on a Goomba, the impact generates a force that compresses the Goomba's body. This force causes trauma to the Goomba's internal organs and skeletal structure, leading to fatal injuries such as internal bleeding, organ rupture, and spinal damage.
So completely fucked in every single way. And there was some more from Narbros. Same idea, but what happens to the turtle?
When Mario jumps on a Koopa, the impact applies a concentrated force to the Koopa shell and body, as well as sending it into...
Having this voice that's much more professorial than entertainer, I like it.
To a spinning frenzy, crashing into anything in its way. The rapid spinning can cause internal injuries to the Koopa's organs, such as...
And he is vomiting as he goes around and around and around. Bleh. Nice animation.
The Koopa's organs, such as bruising or internal bleeding, resembling the effects of blunt force trauma. The impact may disrupt the Koopa's nervous system, leading to temporary or permanent paralysis and neurological trauma.
I see what you did there. I stopped it with a single second left. Yeah, there's some more coming up. Nope, that was the end of it. That was how Mario causes such blunt force trauma to his victims in the Koopa Kingdom. But what about Sonic?
When rings are knocked out of Sonic, they cause severe trauma to his body, much like shotgun injuries. The more rings he has ingested, the more damage he will take. When Sonic is out of rings, there is nothing else to help numb the pain of his wounds, and he will usually bleed out within a minute if he can't get more rings.
Taking some artistic liberties with this. Once you get hit, there isn't a time down clock until you pick up more rings. So there is, maybe this was in the Archie comics, because that went on for quite a while, the Sonic the Hedgehog Archie comics. So she might be pulling from that lore of Sonic bleeding out when he takes damage like that. Really gushing from multiple spots. But he was hit with a bunch of spikes. So what would you expect? So let's go back to TikToking around the clock now, after checking out some video game facts of what is physically going on with the enemies that you unalive, as the internet would like us to use. There's another word for that, you know. There's an adult word. We used to say adult words when we were adults. But, okay. Delete yourself. Unalive. I'm with the program. I get it.
Yeah, you cannot please everyone, especially the haters. Let them...
See, she knows what I mean. Rapunzel is really on my level. You cannot please both the suits who want to say, you can't say that word, and the audience at large who is like, yeah, say the naughty word.
Hate and have stroke. Once they have stroke, they will remember my name.
I think we were at PM on the other one, weren't we? I think this is 8:30 a.m. We were in the afternoon before. Yeah, pretty sure. In fact, I'm certain 8:30 a.m. in the morning. I guess it kind of matters, kind of doesn't matter.
Go, bro, grab your Viagra. And then come here and I fuck you.
Bring your hard cock, and she is ready for you. Thank you, Rapunzel. I will be in touch. What if I don't have a Viagra? Because I don't think I will have any difficulty. Well, if we're going more than 5 times, that's where it has failed on me. It has failed on me sooner, but I am attracted to you. That's where that do I have erectile dysfunction thought came from, was just banging too many ladies in a row who I wasn't attracted to. It was, oh boy, I need to do something about this wiener that isn't performing. Nope, need to do something about who you pick to get that wiener to perform.
You married? No, I'm smart. Dude, I'm fucking smart, dude. What would I do with marriage? My gut is like sick.
Looks like she's drinking Pepto-Bismol, like at the beginning of Problem Child 2. I'm becoming Aaron M. Holt more and more all the time. I just casually dropped a Problem Child 2 reference.
You're gripping that bottle like it owes you money.
There's one thing if you make a Problem Child reference and the bow tie killer of Michael Richards, the grandfather, Jack Tripper, John Ritter rather, in one of his early starring roles in the early 90s. Was that before or after Stay Tuned?
Because this is the only thing I can grip. Because unfortunately, your dick isn't here. I just farted. Someone farted. Oh my God, saving money from the doctor, you know?
But the fart fetishists, they did not get what they wanted. You had to tell them that you farted. There was no actual indication. You didn't even hold a paper towel up to your back end so they could see it flutter. That's what those fart enthusiasts are really after. They want to see that fart do something. So if you aren't going to light it, just a little paper towel for a flutter effect.
If you cannot fart, you need to go to the doctor. Congratulations, you save money.
I don't want 2 men. No.
Oh, come on. You need to do the 2 men. For those unfamiliar, this lady has 2 vaginas. So you will not make it in the porno industry. That's the first thing that they're going to want to do. They're like, we need to double penetrate you in your 2 vaginas. So that industry is not for you.
I
don't need to take things to porno every time, but I do.
Only
I mean, she's got 2 vaginas. Of course I took it to porno.
1 man. I want.
As you can see by her whiteboard there, she does update the chat pretty often because people are scrolling by. So she's explained dozens upon hundreds of times recently. I have 2 vaginas. Here's a diagram of my 2 vaginas.
I want 2 men just as much as everyone in here wants 2 men. Again, unless everyone in here wants 2 men, in which case I would just say I do not.
She had to second guess herself. Wait a minute. Are you guys in the chat perverts who are into gangbanging? Because in that case, I might have just lied in saying we're all on the same page.
I work inside my home. There's nothing to correct. I don't feel there's anything to correct. Like, I was born with the 2 vaginas, and I'm gonna live the rest of my life having 2. And it's just what I know. It's what I have. Thank you, Wandy. Because people say, like, how does this happen? You know, how did this happen to you? And it happened when I was in my mom's uterus.
It was a terrible cloning accident at the lab. I only had 1 vagina up until I was 27 years old. But then I got near the cloning ray. It was right after they cloned the sheep. You know, Dolly was there, and they just... I didn't think it was powered up. It didn't hit me full, so there isn't a full second me, but it did clone my vagina and put it right next to my first vagina.
uterus, little baby girls start with these things called horns or ducts. I'm not sure. And the horn.
Let's go with horns, because you can make horny out of that, and we can call all women demons.
Fuse together to create one vagina, one uterus, and one cervix, and my horns just never fused together. So when I get that's a good question, Adrian. When I get my periods, do they happen at the same time? The whole
Now, there is a more logical question than how did this happen? As you see, I took away the chat once again because she does dress very nice with those C cups out and showing some leg. So, sorry, chatters, not seeing if any of you had anything interesting to say beyond what the Lady Leanne is telling us. So, on to what everyone loves talking about, period talk.
I am in the U.S. The whole last 2 years, my periods had been happening separately, and they've been moving closer and closer together. However, the closer they got together,
her periods are not cycled with herself. I think there is some type of allegory to make where you are not your own friend, and you need to learn more about yourself and be closer with yourself. So just like your best friends whose cycles become around the same time, you must look inward and really love and accept yourself as a friend for your cycles to be one.
the more aggravating it was, because it started when they were happening separately. I had
That's correct, Mark Bass. She gives a explanation pretty often because people scrolling around, what the fuck is that diagram? Those are my two vaginas.
a week in between them. And so one would end, and then 7 days later, a new one would begin. And over the last year now, they've been getting closer and closer. But
1 week on the period, 1 week off the period. 1 week on the period, 1 week off the period.
then it was down to I would end one, and then 3 days later, the next one would start. And so now I can finally, I'm happy to announce, as if it's an announcement, that my periods are happening together. And that is a horribly painful thing.
Well, I was going to celebrate for you. Hooray. You're not having the period so double what normal women have, but it's incredibly painful. The best that she can do on this application, unfortunately, Mark Bass, is that diagram. I'm pretty sure that she's been asked. So let's see them. I think she's more into the educational side with diagrams than actual photos, unfortunately, for us science fans. That's what we are, fans of science. Excuse me, I noticed you are retarded. How did that happen? That is a good question, Luigi Greenberg. You're just tuning back in. That's already been asked, Mark Bass. She said a no to two men. That's actually what this segment led off with, of her not wanting
Only
two
one
men.
of those times. Oh, thank you, Roman, for saying that.
Sorry, I was thinking of how great you are.
I think it's more often than a weekly Q&A, and if she's going to have her titties hanging out and showing some leg, yes, I am in for a frequent Q&A for having two vaginas. That's all good, sir. You can check out the full back and forth of her talking about not being interested in DP at the beginning, and then questioning, wait, is my chat in DP? Why are you guys asking? Kind of how that went down. I do appreciate the members only. Checking out the members only stream. You're using these couple of bucks or this gift that you got from one of the other beloved chatters. I believe I'm going to have some gameplay starting on this soon for what is this game, as we get on to Rita and Robots. Looking fantastic as always. And I stated every single time that we're at this robot factory, you should not have given him the Green Lantern. It's like he's got stimulated guts down there. But really, that's just a necessary gear for him to turn around. I will not sing every now and then. I will not reach for that low-hanging fruit. Not even a low-hanging fruit when you sing a song after saying a couple of lyrics from it. It's a low-hanging branch.
Boring. I'm bored.
Boring or horny? Excuse me? That's very different of what this is going to lead to next. Or maybe it's the same. You want me to take that dirty leap of what to do next if this is boring rather than being horny. Your body is but if full. You are a wordsmith. Hose Sam S.A.
Boring. I'm bored. Robot stack already got.
Well, now that time it sounded like boing to me. Like you're the Animaniacs. Boingy, 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 boingy.
Hold on.
I'm sure I can cheer you up with a good joke.
Everybody's gone.
This is once again starting to sound like a porno. Oh, everyone's gone. It's just me and this very human-like robot. Oh, we're going to do a Gonzo scene. She's taking the camera with her and going to do a looking down like a Gonzo scene. No dance competition here. Just having a dance. Looks like they're either about to go to or coming back from the club. The one that's... I was going to say she's passed out. She's just on her phone there, isn't she? But Bunny Ears, she wants the attention the most. We have... I don't even know what to call you. Necklace lady? Doesn't have a ring to it like Bunny Ears. And now they're fighting for the pole position. No me at front and center. No me front and center. Oh yeah, that one I was like, I think she's passed out and she had a hard night. It's just her on her phone. She's having a conversation. So we have the two ones there that are just not out trolling for cock. So half the ladies are the cock blockers and half are seeking it out. Gotta give it to Jeans. Jeans is just more attractive than you, necklace lady. She's got two nicknames. Kiss, kiss. Not much butt to shake, but she is shaking it. Thumbs up to the fit butt.
To my page, so you can check that out if you don't believe me. After that being said,
we just talked about fake Tourette's recently. This shit's for real. Some very gay Tourette's. We've got two rainbows in the picture.
can you feel when you're about to tick? Yes, I can. People with Tourette syndrome have a feeling before they have tics called a premonitory urge. Are there certain activities that's harder to do with tics? Yes, there are. I tend to have a lot of difficulties with
You'll never see Balin Dupree pulling one of these. Given the old Popeye eye, she doesn't have any of those unattractive tics.
Ow. With things like
Ow is a tick. A random ow is a tick. That would be a very annoying one.
like pouring things.
No, it was a tick. Oh yes, Dylan, that was very justified to play that bit
Because
out.
my hand
Phillips is at the door.
hands will twitch. I also have a lot of difficulties with fuck off, Longa.
That was a nice series of them. Let's check out that series of ticks.
Like pouring things because my hands will twitch. I also have a lot of difficulties with fuck off, Longa.
Still can't get her wits about her. The ticks are taking over.
Sorry about that. Give me just a second.
And I don't know enough about the lore of the comic book and TV show The Tick to go further. Batman well. I know Batman well from The Tick, but can't quite form that into a cogent joke.
I'm sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was going to say, but there are a lot
Nor do I. I went down a rabbit hole I wasn't expecting.
of things. Oh, yeah. Using sharp objects can be way more difficult with Tourette syndrome.
Do you throw your head into a hot pan on the oven like the lady, I forget her name. I do recall that Michelle Mana was pointing her out, but the fake Tourette's lady who just put a little bit of her hair in the oil. Look, my ticks are so crazy.
Honestly, eating anything by mouth or drinking anything by mouth because of inhaling tics.
So what you're saying is you eat your food anally. That's something, sometimes it just must be done. Good crazy or bad crazy? She did have those crazy eyes on display, but her tics were really too much in the forefront to get too much of a feel of if she falls on the circle of good crazy. Usually I say a bell-shaped curve. I don't know why it's a circle in this graph. Is anyone going to give Mantua a couple of bucks to lift a weight? Anyone going to give him a penny to lift up a dress on a coat hanger? He's just here in his blackface. That's something, I guess, that's okay in your culture, but wouldn't fly if you were trying to pull this grift over here in America. Sure, you could say, no, I was in the coal mines. I was in the diamond mines. That's a real thing here. I don't think that's a thing in his country. Try Yellowface next time. Just keep hitting any and all races and maybe the aliens. Do a green face. Do a gray face. If I change the color of my face, maybe they will give me money. That was an Eddie Murphy bit. You're starting to make me think of changing the color of yourself.
Sister! I love you too! Thank you! I love you too! I love you too! I love you too!
This man is very excited. I wonder if he loves us more than a friend.
I love you too,
He's really blasting some jams there in the background. Allahu Akbar, God is good. I learned that from HBO. Oz helped me learn what Allahu Akbar is.
Please like chat. Allahu Akbar.
I have never had this much fun sitting on a big pile of rocks.
I love you too, thank you. Samia Maya! Alan! Hamsmiya! Bitan! Allahu Akbar. Sister. Thank you, brother!
Are you at the bottom of the well, or are these gifts helping you get to the top of the well somehow?
Sister! Thank you, I gift. Thank you, I like. Thank you, I share. Thank you, I follow. I love you too.
All right, we get the joke, editor. Oh, and looks like you were on it just a little later than I was hoping. Almost hit that one perfect, editor, as we check out some of the stop-motion animation behind the scenes. Ooh, Goomy. Yep, see, editor, Luigi Greenberg was right there with us. He wanted that guy to stop yelling at him, even though it was, I love you. I agree with you, Mark Bass. What that guy was really missing was a giant water balloon above his head. I think that he did have the enthusiasm of the Twan knees, so I think he should make that leap into the reverse dunk tank type of TikToks rather than the laying on a bed of stone. And not even like when you hear a bed of stone, as I just said, you think of it like a slab. No, those were jagged stones that he was hanging out on and bouncing off the walls with. Eat it, piggy. Mr. Blue Sky to send me a cease and desist for throwing his music on here. Thank you for the warning before you went to the lawyers, Mr. Blue Sky. His piggy is so happy he got some pickle in his mouth. He's almost as happy of getting his pickle in his mouth as there was going to be a porn star at the end there, but none of them came up to me as funny. So we're just going to call in Duke Phillips because we wound up big for that one, and that was just grounded out.
Where's the joke? Sir, we're on the air. I know we're on the air, but where's the joke?
Grounded out. Sorry, Duke Phillips. I think I hear a kitty.
Any resistance to this release? Breathing through any resistance
Resistance to release. We're talking about tantric sex here.
to this release.
You thought that shooting ropes was something. Ropes doesn't even come to describe what those tantric sex people shoot.
I'm getting the sense that some of you can actually feel the cord.
I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not live. This is a reaction of something that's pre-recorded, but the Reiki just isn't working on me. I think I might need to catch a live in order to feel the effects of your Reiki.
healing through the layers, healing through the layers. Breathing through the resistance.
We definitely know that this isn't a racket of any kind, and Kitty's not going to come up for a cameo. I've got to bring the camera down to Kitty's level to get a cameo from her, and she is just absolutely ready to jump the fuck off my lap. She does not want. Cats are a good cat actor is rare to come by. Good old George, the cat actor. That was a cat actor who had his shit together.
Of releasing your energy, breathing through any resistance to releasing the energy and reclaiming your energy as your own.
Oh, now she's talking about a snowball. I don't want to reclaim that energy. I left it on your tits. That's we can rub it in, or we can go and get a paper towel and get it off. But no, I do not want to reclaim that whatsoever. I'm not that kind of guy. So the way she was breathing kind of was getting into an ASMR kind of category with her Reiki. And now we've got some ladies playing a game and turning it into ASMR. Inside Out versus the Olympics. And you just do this all day, huh? ASMR isn't the high tipping, though. Unless you're a good-looking lady. I have seen some Latinas and some white broads get a few gifts in their ASMR live streams. Our second appearance of Annette Accordion. She is getting it down to a more romantic level than funny, as with Weird Al Yankovic. I kind of sound like the Jacques Cousteau. Well, I guess that's the impression I'm doing. I'm doing an impression of the SpongeBob voice 2 hours later, which is a reference to Jacques Cousteau and his underwater documentaries. But now, Jacques Cousteau, you are going to talk about accordions and the language of love. Not to be confused with Jacques Rougeau, the Mountie in the WWF, the Quebecers. And I had that turned down a bit too much, didn't I? I'm sorry, Annette Accordion. We missed some of your beautiful tones there. I've also found myself stumbling over myself. I've had a few stutter outbreaks today. Starting to sound like the cover of an 80s song I can't quite place. As we're leaving the room, TikTok, hey, is this good for all ages? Who would you recommend this for? Oh, a much more risque song coming from Susie Shit 888. Wonderful name, Susie Shit 888. A serious accordion, and now the joke songs come after.
He's fucking my mom, he's also fucking my sister. Very festive. Chiwi, I hope you like the song I sung to you. I love it. Dylan, thank you for follow. Hi, come in.
You're welcome. You gave me a pretty song, so I expect more out of you when we revisit you on upcoming episodes of TikTok Around the Clock.
Real? No.
You're just scoring more points with me all the time. You had that wonderful song about everyone fucking everyone else in your family, and now the Jack in the Box middle finger.
As usual. Thank you, Direct. Last Christmas, I gave Direct my fart, but the very next day, he smelled it away. This year, I'm fighting him more. I won't give it to someone else. Thank you, Jim. Hello, Jim.
She gifted a fart. I'm curious how to see you would do that. Did you fart into a jar and then give him the jar?
Last Christmas, I gave Direct my poop, but the very next day.
The fart I would appreciate. The poop I would not appreciate.
But the very next day, he ate all of them. Hello, Bruce.
Oh, he's the one that told you, no, not the coffee table. Get on me directly with that poop.
This year, I'm pooping him more. I won't give it to someone else. Hi, Pickle. Oh my god.
Welcome to the membership, Deitois. Thank you for becoming a rope shooter. We'll have a Tinker Tape Parade, let's say on the 18th. Does that work for everyone? The Tinker Tape Parade on the 18th. Thanks for joining this episode of TikTok Around the Clock. Early access for members, as we have the best second singer-songwriter of the night, and Susie Shit 888 is absolutely the superior songwriter of the night between her and Anna Ah.
Don't fall in love with me. I'm a play girl.
A bleaker? Our prince over here, Faza, he just got sniped to victory. Second time we saw that today, of just absolutely dominating, winning the TikTok battle, and at the very last moment, even after it strikes zero, fuck you.
Don't snipe. Don't
our buddy's winning.
snipe. Don't snipe. What the hell? I got sniped.
I think this would be a good duo act of getting Susie Shit together with Sax Squatch here. We've seen him green screen sometimes. He does live in the mountains. Very on brand for Sax Squatch. We've seen Sax Squatch playing underneath a bridge and on a green screen, but the first time in the actual for realsies mountains. Oh, he has on those weird red shoes and covered him with hair, isn't he? You know the ones I'm talking about? It looks like video game shoes. That's what it looks like he has on there. And then just covered him with hair. Looks like video game shoes. Now shoes in video games look like fucking shoes. They have for several console generations now. Gotta check if Zach Squatch is back on tour. He tours kind of regularly. The drop. Is this the dubstep? I was a kid at the time when the dubstep was a thing. I should know this. When people said those stupid kids and their dubstep, it was my fellow friends who were into the dubstep. I just didn't go down there. I think that's what they called the drop. Asian dad dance. Again on a recruiting mission. Out in the street. 2 in a row. He's got the man with the... Oh, are those gay wings that you have on? Is that the same type of implication that wings of that color in America would indicate? He almost got Asian Dad Dance's phone to navigate away from here with that code. Looks like they were at some sort of Mardi Gras or something with those outfits. And then I think that was a big mushroom. It could have been a tentacle. It could have been an inflatable pecker. One of them in the background was just doing the Atlanta Braves chop. Not doing the whole bushwhacker walk to the ring. Now all the background dancers are in on the spirit. One of the easier dances to teach to your entire background dancing team. Always looking like he's having a great old time. Maybe I'll start doing this. Do I steal the dance? Actually, DJ Electra did say that I should do this exact thing. I think she was onto something there. This is a trend waiting to happen. Making friends through the power of dance that looks just like the bushwhacker walk. And most of the guys in the background, yeah, we had our fun. We're done dancing now. We have seen some of the people who he meets across the street that will go along with him for long periods of time doing their dance move. Hello, Casey. We saw Casey a couple episodes ago. A very novel way to sit in the car. But, you know, there are all types of safety strategies being updated all the time. Such as holding the wheel at 3 and 9. Are you aware that they are now teaching new drivers to hold the wheel at 3 and 9 because of the airbag, no longer 10 and 2, which still feels better on the grip and like you have more control. I don't know, this whole 3 and 9 stuff. But anyways, on to the vag. I guess we never got away from the vag. I just paused it because anywhere I pause it, it will be the vag saying hello, giving us the Mrs. Doubtfire greeting so much in our face. The camel hump, as we discussed last time, Crumb, the puffy lady, not a camel toe, it is the camel hump. She has got that toe in shape very well. Luigi Greenberg is disagreeing with me on this whole better way to sit in a car being like the 3 and 9. I think I'll have to research this on an upcoming trip. Maybe this would be better for your back. Maybe you would air out your crotch so you don't get crotch rot as often. Oh, speaking of crotches, can't have that comment up there blocking the show. This one's short enough to not block the show. And there's where you can find the fun little song by Mr. Blue Sky. Sisto was featured in this episode. The real MR Blue Sky over at SoundCloud, sound.com. And the one that's playing now is from Patrick Patricchio. Don't turn that shit all DMCA violation on me, just like that Nakamura guy did. I think that's which one came back. I was like, what? There's random episodes, especially the ones with DJs in them, that will pass the checks. And then eventually they're like, nope, we heard this DJ sampling YMCA. You cannot monetize this. You will not get your 2 cents once this video becomes a breakout hit for you. It is funny that in order for me to get 2 cents for some of my videos, well, that's once I reach 1,000. This is all theoretical talk at this point of making money on videos in that fashion. I've got the super chats, I've got the memberships, and this has been a members early access. Rope shooters at $4.99. I believe that'll be my only tier over on YouTube. Over on Patreon, we will start a second higher tier for watch-alongs and some stuff that will not pass the checks over at YouTube. Yeah, a couple of fun tunes. Bringing up the last one again. I can bring that up real quick. I've got a couple by this guy in the rotation, Patrick Patricchios from Happy Soul Music. It's not particularly easy to search their database, though. And as I mentioned, our buddy Mr. Blue Sky, who I also use for the St. Cloud Moron Show for that theme. And there's them boobies one more time. I don't give the Blippy Trance. That's a theme that's in my for a couple of seconds in the opening of this one. So all the credits to those people who made those musics and decided you can have this shit for free. Oh, thank you, Crumb. A $20 super sticker. Maybe I can but when I was trying to check this stream out earlier, I was mentioning it wasn't coming up. I've had that trouble with my members only streams, monitoring it. So a super sticker that I'm going to have to describe what it is. I'm going to have to see it afterwards. Thank you for the super sticker, Crumb. Evie Mux, they give a description of the super sticker. Over here, they just say that it's a super sticker. So thank you for being a member and throwing a super sticker for a grand total of $24.99. Well, actually, the $4.99 is for the month. It wasn't just for this episode. You've got 3 bonus content type of things over here at the members. And thank you, members, for tuning in. So I wasn't full on schizophrenic talking to myself here in this episode. The chat is a big part of TikTok Around the Clock. So thanks for hanging with me here late, especially for you East Coast people. You West Coast people, it's not particularly late, but just a different time, because I'm not going to be here to do it live next week. It says, thanks for being you. Aw, shucks. Thank you for the thanks for being you, super sticker, Crumb. And that's it for this week. That's actually it for next week as well for you watching live. These will come out for the public consumption for those who are not members next week, because I'm out of fucking town. Maybe a gameplay stream Thursday. I might be able to get in a gameplay stream Thursday. Only problem is the sound. I haven't been able to get the sound to come through. So might have to just go with a playlist of that DMCA free music. And absolutely, thank you for joining in, Mark Bass, and all of you beloved chatters. Kitty, thank you for making a cameo, even though you didn't want it at all. And I will be back with new live streams in 2 weeks. I suppose that'll be an on week for the St. Cloud Moron Show. Certainly, Aaron Imholt will have some more stupidity for us to point and laugh at him about. Maybe the show is wrapping up. We'll see. Maybe he learned his lesson, and we will move on to the next lol cow in November for sure. Me and Spurg Snake will start getting on that other lol cow. For now, just the St. Cloud Divorce Show, who we are specifically pointing and laughing at. Well, T.S. Luna at once too, but we did decide that was a bit that she was doing. She is in on the joke. So thank you, folks, for joining me, all you rope shooters, and those that are tuning in later who are not yet rope shooters. You could shoot some ropes. You don't even need that special medication that Richard Christie got. Oh, yeah, the shill segment of like, subscribe, notification bell, reminding people to do that just helps them to remind them that helps in the algorithm and all that. I'm already looming over the outro, so I'm not going to bring up the shill segment banner. Thank you all for joining. Now, feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LS, MFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right and left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.